Good evening, mister. My name is Tanner Galindo Cobos Corella from Universidad Técnica de Machala. I'm going to read the book Moby Dick. Chapter 1. My story begins. He is out there in the ocean, but he's here too, in my dreams. Always in my dreams. He will never leave me. He is whiter than the first beautiful snow in winter. Whiter than the stars in the sky on a warm summer's night. But he brings only that. He is Moby Dick, the white whale. My name is Ishmael, and this is my story. I'm a sailor and I work on different ships. I love my life on the ocean. It's sometimes dangerous, but never boring. I feel sad when I'm not on a ship. One November day, I thought, I want to work on a whaling ship. Why did I want to be a whaler? I can't tell you. The life of a whaler is very dangerous. The men are away from their homes and families for years. Many never come back. Their wives wait at home. They stand and look at the ocean with sad eyes. But I wanted to visit exciting new place, and I wanted to see the whales. The first American whalers sailed from the town of Nantucket, so I went there too. I arrived on a cold, dark night and looked for a room. I was tired, so I went into the first place. The man inside drank and talked loudly. A large man with a red face stood behind the bar. "Do you have a room for tonight?" I asked him. "Our rooms are full," he said. "The men are here for the whaling ships. I'll have to put into room with Quicker." Then he smiled and looked around the other men. "Who is Quicker?" He, here is he? I asked. "Oh, he's a whaler. He is out now, but he will be back later," said the man. When they smiled again and the other men laughed loudly. I didn't understand, but I was very tired, so I went to the room and got into bed. I fell asleep very quickly. A noise outside the door woke me up. I opened my eyes, but I didn't speak. The door opened and a man came in. It was dark, so I could see him well. Then he lit a fire in the fireplace. When I saw him in the light for the fire, I sat up. He was a huge man and very ugly. He had black lines over his face and body, and almost no hair on his head. He wore a strange skirt and no other clothes. The huge man suddenly jumped onto my bed. "Help!" I shouted. "Help!" The barman ran in. "Stop quick! His man wants a bed for tonight. He is sleeping here." Then he turned to me. "This is Quicker, the finest whaler on the ocean. Don't be afraid. He won't hurt you." He loaded and left us. After he left, we were very quiet. "I'm sorry," I said. "I too," Quicker said. His English was slow and careful. We began to talk and then we couldn't stop. Quicker listened to my life story and I listened to his. They came from Kokovo, a long way away in the Pacific Ocean. He had a good life because his father was an important man, but Quicker wanted to see the world, so he left his home and sailed away in his small boat. A whaling ship found him and gave him work. Quicker was strong and quick, so he was a fine whaler now. He never went home. When the morning came, we were great friends. Quicker stood up and shouted, "You will find us a whaling ship today. You and I'll, you and I will sail around the world." And do you know something? He was right. Quicker knew because he could see the future. I learned this later. He was a strange and wonderful new friend. Chapter 2. We Find Our Ship. That morning I looked around Nantucket for a good whaling ship. I stopped looking when I saw the Pequot. It was tall and strong. Its wood was dark from many years on the wild oceans. I went on to the ships. A man sat at a table with a big book in front of him. We wore a long black coat and a big flat hat. He didn't smile. "This is a fine ship and I want to go whaling with you. Where do I write my name, Captain?" I asked happily. "I'm not the captain. Captain Half is sick. He's down below. I'm Starbuck." "Are you a whaler?" he asked. "No, but I'm a good sailor," I answered. "You can ask the captains of my other ships." "I'm not interested in your captains and your ships," he said. "Sailing is not whaling. Whaling is a hard life. You'll be away from home for many years. The work is difficult. You have to be strong and fast, and it's very dangerous." "I want to learn and I want to see the world," I said. "Oh, you'll see the world and you'll see more, good and bad, some very bad things." He looked at me for a minute. Then he spoke again. "I'll tell you about whaling. Captain Ahab has only one leg. And do you know why? Because a whale took his other leg. A huge whale took it off." I said nothing. What could I say? "So you want to be a whaler on Captain Ahab's ship? Can you into the eye of a whale? Can you stand in front of its huge mouth and throw her harpoon?" "I can't. I can and I will," I shouted. "I'm not afraid. I'm a good sailor. You will see. This is my life, and I—" He stopped me and turned the big book around. "Write your name here," he said. His eyes were tired. "Thank you. You won't be sorry," I said. "Don't forget my words," he answered. "I have a friend. He's a good whaler," I said. "Well, we will see bring his tomorrow," said Starbuck. Quicker and I went to the picked the next day. The men on the ship looked at his huge, ugly man. Cricket didn't say anything. He looked down at the water from the ship. Then he turned and spoke to the men. "Do you see that bird?" he asked. The men looked, but they couldn't see anything. "There," said Quaker. The men looked carefully and this time and saw a small dead bird a long away on the water. "That bird is a whale's egg," said Quaker. He threw his harpoon and hit the bird. "No, that whale is dead," he said. The men were quiet. Quaker was better in that every other man of that ship. And so the Pequod had two new whalers. We went to our room and got our things. And old man was stupid us on the street before we got back to the Pequod. "Are you sailing with the capital ahead?" "Do you know him?" he asked. "Yes, we're sailors with him. He is sick now, but we'll meet him later," I answered. "Sick," he shouted. "Yes, he is a sick man. He is the devil." "And who are you?" I asked. "I'm Elijah," he answered. "Why do you say this about Captain Health?" "Men say that he is a good whaler. He's known the ocean." "They're right," answered the man quickly. Then his eyes turned and at Wild, but his devil. I sailed with him, I know, and his men are the devil's helpers. He looked at me strangely. "He only has one leg. Do you know Captain Ahab's story?" I suddenly left afraid. "Of course we do," I said, turned to quicker. "Come, my friend," I said. "Let's leave his crazy old man." And we went quickly to the ship. We sailed on a Christmas morning. Captain Ahab didn't come up and meet the whalers, but every night we heard him. We walked up at dawn. One night we heard Starbuck speak. "Please, Captain, stop. You're waking your men up." "No, I can't sleep, so my men won't sleep. They can think of whales in their beds." "Dead whales. That's their jobs. Shouldn't capital have?" I I thought of Eliah's words. The devil's helpers. Were the men on the pickle devils? There was unhappy Starbucks. Then there was Stuff. He was very different. He always laughed and told funny stories. From my bed I looked around at my neighbors. Bildad, Tashtigal, Dago, Flask, Mans, Mansman, and the other whalers. They were from many different countries and had interesting stories. They weren't all good men. But they weren't devils who were. Captain Ahab's devils? Chapter 3. Captain Ahab's story. For 3 weeks, Captain Ahab stayed below. Then one day, suddenly, he was there in front to us. He was a thin man, but he was strong. He had a hard face, with lines on in front, years on sun and wind. His hair was grey and while his clothes were black. Then I saw it, his white, well-bone leg, and a ugly white line ran down from the top of his head. Did it go down on his feet? Who or what did that to him? What fight did he lose so badly? He stood and looked at us with angry eyes. What do you do when you see a whale? He suddenly shouted. Shoot, sir, answered the man. Good. At this, he showed us some gold. I want one whale, a white whale of you will see this whale first. That man will get this gold. We stood quickly. Whalers don't make much money. We thought about the gold. We could buy a lot of nice things with it. You will know him when you see him, said Captain Ahab. He is the biggest whale in the oceans. I saw this whale, said Quicker to me. He is a mountain, very big, very strong. I put my harpoon in him. He got away. I had to find this whale. I will find him, shouted Captain Ahab. Are you talking about Moby Dick? Asked Tashtigo. Yes, answered Captain Ahab. Moby Dick took your leg, said Starbuck quickly. Captain Ahab shouted angrily at Starbucks. Yes, he took my leg and he took half of me. Now I'm half a man and Moby Dick will pay for this. I follow him to South America, to Africa. I will follow him to the end of this world. I'll see him dead. He turned to the others' whales. Are you with me, man? Yes, they shouted. They were excited. They saw the gold. They shouted and laughed. Only Starbuck stood quietly. His face was as dark as the sky before it rains. What's your problem, Captain? I have asked him angrily. Then he smiled. It's too dangerous. It's that the problem? I'm not afraid of dangerous work, answered Starbuck. But I work for a whale owl. I feed whales for their oil, for money. You hate this whale. How much oil will that bring you? How much money? Chapter 4. Our first whale. Whale! Shouted Tashigo from the top of the ship. Whale! Captain F, come quickly. Get the boats! She shouted. The whale sent a shower of water into the sky. Suddenly, 5 men come up from below and stopped by Captain F. Their faces were dark and they had long black hair. They wore strange with pants and no shirt or shoes. One of the men was older. He was darker and only had one foot. He wore a stern white hat, so we could see his hair. His black eyes looked only a Captain Ahab. These were Captain Ahab's devils. Fidaha, go! Captain Ahab shouted to this man. Three small boats went down into the water. Captain Ahab's men came too, and their boat. His men were strong, and their boat quickly sailed in front of ours. I turned to Pip. I understand now. These are the men. You heard them speaking before. I told you, Pip shouted back. I stopped talking and rowed. I shouted. Stop from the back. Do you think this is a tea party? Stop always shouted at us, but we were never afraid of him. He always had a smile on his face. Starbuck was the captain for our small boat. He didn't talk to us, but we heard him say quickly, who are those men? What's Captain Ahab doing? Captain Ahab shouted to his boat from the pequod, but his men only had ears from Fedela. Her eyes never left Fedela's face, and their boat went faster and faster. This why my face will, maybe we will kill it. I thought I was excited. Every water was excited. But why weren't we afraid? Because our heads were full of money, oil, gold. The sky suddenly turned dark with rain, but we didn't go back. We have time. We can kill a whale before the heavy rain comes, said Starbuck. These were Captain F. Devils. Quick stood ready with his harpoon in her front of our boat. Suddenly, the whale was there again. It came out of the water under our boat. Men and harpoons went everywhere. Then the heavy rain came. In minutes of our boat was full of water. A strong winds took our sails down. The whale left us and swam down into the dark water. After some time the wind stopped. We waited and they turned to night. We couldn't see anything. Were we? Were we in the other boats? The men weren't angry with Starbuck. Were the other boats? The men weren't angry with Starbuck. The widow can play games with the best sailors. More hours came and went. We were wet, tired, and afraid. Then we saw a large black thing in the water. Was it the whale again? No, it was a pequod, but the men couldn't see us. It's going to hit us, shouted Top Staff. We jumped into the ocean and began to shout for help. When the men of the pequod heard us, they put ropes down. Then he helped us onto the ship. The other men were there. Captain Ahab's men too. They turned back when they didn't see the white whale. Chapter 5. the Albatross and the Samuel Enderby. We fought and killed many whales after that first night, but our work didn't finish when we killed them. We then had to climb down onto the dead whale and at goof of the fat. We had to work quickly because sharks came from the whale meat. Sharks could eat a whale in one night, and some of these whales were almost as big as our ship. We cut off large squares of fat and pulled these squares onto the ship. This was a long, hard job. It was also dangerous because sharks swam around us. We then cooked the fat and made oil. When the oil was ready, we put it into barrels. Oil gave us light and made us warm. We could sell into people around the world. Oil was our money, but did this make Captain Ahab happy? No, the money wasn't important to him. He only thought about Moby Dick. He could only hate. He stood for hours on the ship, in the rain, in the snow, and looked at the ocean. When other ships went past there, he didn't ask them, "How are you? Do you want help?" He only asked, "Did you see the white whale?" One day, we met a albatross. It was on his street home after 4 long years on the ocean. The ship and the welders looked ready for home. The men were tired and thin with large hungry eyes. The wind was strong that day, so the albatross couldn't come near us. But the captain put his hand up and smiled. Captain Ahab shouted from the peacock, "Did you see the wild west?" The captain shouted his answer, but he wind carried his words away. Captain Ahab put his hand behind his ear, but he couldn't hear the captain. "Ah, this wind!" he shouted. "Listen, tell people at home we're sailing around the world. We will bring back the teeth of Devil Well." Starbuck stood and watched Captain Ahab. "Is forgetting his wife and child at home?" he said to me. "Wife and child?" I asked. "Does Captain Ahab really have a family?" "Oh, yes, his family is waiting for him," I said Starbuck. "And my family is waiting for me. Every time my wife, Mary, takes our son to the beach, they look at the ocean. They hope that I'll see our sails one day." I thought about the other men on our ships. How many of these men had families? What did they leave behind them when they went on the whaling ships? Who waited for them? Nobody waiting for me, I thought. I want a wife and a child. I like to home often. Day after day nothing changed. Captain Ahab always asked other ships about the white whale. Some captains knew about Moby Dick. Some laughed at Captain Ahab. Moby Dick is only a whaler's story, nothing more, they said. Then, one day, We meet the Samuel Enderby. The ocean was quiet and the Captain Boomer, came onto our ship. He was a friendly man and smiled at us. He only had one arm. Did Moby Dick take your arm? Captain Ahab asked anxiously. Yes, I lost my arm to the white whale. The captain answered. Captain Ahab's face is lit up. He was happy. Come with me. The white devil will pay for your arm and my leg. We shouted happily. Oh, no, I can't do that, the captain answered. One arm is better than no arms or leg. I want my life. I think I will leave Moby Dick in the ocean. Leave him, shouted Captain Ahab. He turned his back to Captain Boomer for a minute, then he turned around and shouted at him. Get off my ship. You're afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm fine Moby Dick. I'll look him in the eye. I'll kill him. The smile left Captain Boomer's face. I have, for you and for your men, you that you never find Moby Dick. And without another word, he left our ship. Thank you, mister, and thank you for everything.